No, that was the piece it fit into. I think it's in that box. Anyway, you guys, we're back. We still haven't found the remote, so I told Summer we're gonna have to move the couch, which is this huge leather sectional that weighs like 500 pounds. And because when my dad was here, he was just convinced his flashlight fell down in there. Remember? I thought no, we never found it. So it could be like on that movie Halloween, where when they fell into the bed. So like when we move it and open it up and everything, it's like some portal full of trolls. Yeah, it could happen. It could happen. Yeah, it could happen. There was something behind that fence. Summer will tell you. Whatever it was the same thing that was there that night. I told you it was breaking the branches. You saw Shoe running and barking and Pretzel jumping the gate and running behind there. Maybe there's a big raccoon or something. Dave does kind of pile wood up on that fence line. Anyway, I figured out what was wrong with me. I just have compassion fatigue. That's what happened to me. That's what's wrong with me. Everyone didn't even really realize, but I was already headed down that path. There, whatever it is that I feel like they did to me, just shoved me over the cliff. But there is a condition. I mean, it's a documented condition, and I mean, if somebody ever said to me, "You're a very self-centered, selfish person," I don't even think I would have a reaction because if I start saying, "Oh my God," well, no, I would just not like, oh my God, I help everyone, blah, 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 blah. That would fall under the thou do protest too much. I wouldn't have any reaction. I think maybe that's who I'm becoming. Just instead of this hysterical person that just has all these ridiculous reactions, I am now incapable of seeing a video where I'm almost watching the video. Every video is like a horror movie. I'm just waiting for the part, especially if the dog isn't moving very fast. Well, I'm waiting for them to touch the dog's head or touch the dog in some way. And then when they do, I just can't handle it. I do think it's the unbearable lightness of being. These people can't just be. And if you tell people, fold your arms in like that, that's not something they're used to doing or comfortable with. Yeah, priests maybe, nuns, I mean, they do go like this, but this is even more, it's the unbearable lightness of being. Just being, and the dog being, all the dogs being, and you being, not trying to play with them or initiate responses, just being. Am I wrong? Is there not just such a thing? And again, it's like with Randolph, and I know you're watching this. No questions here. Oh, let's interpret the text for Randolph. Your questions tire me, my friend. Because it's not even being. If Randolph really wanted me to be my friend, he would be able to at least somewhat identify some of the dogs and say, something like, oh, I liked Dixie's recall or something. That's been my past. Maybe I am spoiled. I mean, either that or maybe I've idealized these friends in the past. And then I'm holding these current people to these standard, but they're not able to meet that standard because Facebook has just washed all that away forever. Because, they don't place any value. And if you said these people place value on you and you did some kind of intervention and made me sit there, oh God, please don't be planning something like this and force them to tell, oh, we think you're so great. We place so much value on you. I'd be flatline then too, because I think that's a verb, and, nobody would ever say to me, oh, you say you care, but you've never done anything. You've never even sent us a Christmas card. Remember I said that to Sven that right one time? And he adamantly said, oh, because of the way I was raised, wouldn't dare. No, because he speaks with a British accent, so this is how he said it. Due to the way I was raised, I wouldn't dare send a Christmas card. And how dare you ask? Remember? Period. That's right there. Did he type period or was it just a period? Yeah, I think he actually wrote the word period. God, how brutal. I know. And I just realized, I think, that Jamie helped me understand that. Her thing today was this little, one of those little meme things with Gene Wilder, and it said, "Oh, you treated me like crap, so now you're the victim. Isn't that special?" I don't know. Somehow this girl, and I told her, I feel like the people I'm the kindest to value me the least. So I just intellectually am trying to understand, you know, if my trying to be kind and trying to help these people is an exercise in futility that ends in me having compassion fatigue, what is the result of taking no action? You know what I mean? I'm actually debating that. Not turning against, not certainly not saying I'm not going to help anybody or anything like that, but just taking no action. I just shut down, I guess. Just shut down, and I take, I mean, if you said, well, the most important thing to me is feel like I have respect in this world. I mean, it's very hard for women to get that anyway. You have the best chance in the Western world in America, but even then, your chances aren't that good. You know what I mean? Regardless of the field, I mean, it's still, proven that women are paid less than men for the same job, this, that, and the other. Yes, yes, yeah, they gave us the right to vote. That wasn't that long ago. I'm not sure how fast you think people, you people think things change, but not that fast. You know, if they just, you know, desegregated the United States really in the 60s, okay, that wasn't that long ago. That's in my lifetime. Things don't change in one person's lifetime. You know, there was a good thing that Leslie put about this guy talking about racism, and I had told you about that before. There's a very good um, documentary by Michael Moore called "Why Do We Fight?" And I love Michael Moore. He's an intellectual. It's called "Why Do We Fight?" And it talks about how the Brits ruled the world. And this is what this guy was talking about. He's like this Jamaican guy, and he was saying that they, again, the great, we're talking about systemic racism, where the Brits said Great Britain. So now we're under the umbrella of an empire. So we're better than everybody. So now we're talking systemic racism, not just individual. You know what I mean? Systemic as a culture, you're racist. And how they, like, I don't know, identified the people in Libya as cockroaches. And once you dehumanize somebody, that's a license to murder them. You know. So it was really good. I'm gonna show it to Summer. But I can see when people get compassion fatigue about whatever it is. Whatever it is. I don't really feel like my situation is unique. I just feel like intellectually I need to decide, need to change. I will tell you my action right now does not feel like, damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. I'm going to continue to help people as proactively as I was. Not at all. I'm just going to try the flatline thing for a while. Honestly. Why not? Right, Summer? Summer knows the flatline thing. Let's just both do it. Let's just go flatline. That'll be the new show. We actually don't even, yeah. We just don't even actually say anything. We just sit here looking flatline for like 20 minutes. And then at the end we say, who cares? I don't know. That's just my thing. Intellectually, if I say, my attempts to be overtly kind to these people resulted in them placing no value on me, that it would be foolhardy to continue doing that. Because they're not benefiting, they're not gaining somebody in their life that they respect and has value. I'm just some enabler, some dish rag to kick aside when, it's not convenient. And not like I'm even high maintenance. It's not like I'm making all these demands. Am I?
Depends on who you ask.
Well, who are you asking?
No, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's so sensitive. Some people are more sensitive than others.
Well, who am I putting demands on other than you? I mean, who?
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly, nobody.
I don't even mean you. I just mean
People in general. Well, I know, but there's people that are putting demands on people all the time. Like people with 6 kids, they do nothing but put demands on these kids. You know what I mean? That's their whole lifestyle. Demand, 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 demand. You have no other choice. I don't have that lifestyle. I'm putting demands on the dogs. Well, I'm tricking them. No, I'm tricking them. I'm tricking them into doing what I want. I'm good at that. Well, that's what I'm saying. If somebody has 6 kids, your lifestyle demands that you demand things all the time. You know what I mean? Unless you're extremely liberal, and then, well, your life is probably in a ditch. I don't know. That's just intellectually how I feel. I have compassion fatigue, so I can understand that. I feel like my overt attempts to care resulted in a bad outcome. So that I shouldn't do that anymore because really nobody's benefiting from it. I think that they're benefiting from my help, but really they're not. And when I look at the profoundness of, the whole thing with Breck and James, who takes somebody's dog and trains it for free? Nobody
Especially with
does that. Nobody. So now nobody does it. So now nobody does it. No, they don't. And then get no respect and place no value in you. So at least I understand. It doesn't matter. I've got my mission statement. I mean, we're trying to do these videos. We're trying to teach these pit bulls to jump. I mean, you know, that's the most important thing. We're getting Summer a pit bull shirt. In fact, I think we should get that's what we should get, Summer. We should get a pit bull page, training pit bull page, and then just put all our pit bull videos on there, and just have a couple different breed pages. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm glad I thought of that, like a Labrador page. Okay, because if you're going to say, well, here's people that know have better trained pit bulls than you. There is that one guy on YouTube.
Yeah,
I don't even know his name. I need to look him up.
I
I don't think he's in business anymore. He had some of the best, most consistent training I've ever seen. I don't even know his name. It was called Got Canine in Las Vegas, which is a brutal market. It's a brutal market for dog training, and the heat, it's not, it's not what you want. But yeah, he had some more consistent results. He had a nice pit bull. But it was just in a room. Our pit bulls are out. Our pit bulls are in the field. They're running. Anyway, that's where I'm at, you guys. I just, I don't blame anybody. I just see where the momentum of my helping people just came to a screeching halt. It just came to a screeching halt. And they have actually a name for that, and it's just called compassion fatigue. And there's people that are suffering from it a lot more than me. If you go to India and try to rescue orphans on the street, I'm pretty sure you've got compassion fatigue in about a week. Or, like if we ask Catalan, if you try to rescue street dogs in Romania, how fast do you have compassion fatigue? Pretty fast.
Because they're little.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere. That would be like us saying, we're going to try to keep every squirrel from getting run over. So you go and patrol over on those roads. I'll stay over here, and just if we see any, we'll flag down the cars. We'll do anything. Oh yeah. You wouldn't be able to do it. You would just get compassion fatigue. It's a coping mechanism people have where you just can't care anymore. So you just go flatline. So that's where I'm at. It might be better. Because intellectually, if my helping people results in them having less respect for me than they started out with, if I actually think that they would have more respect for a complete stranger than someone that I would think that they would look back in their life and, or would they turn it around and say, oh, well, she just, made me a victim, claimed I didn't treat her properly. Oh, please. Who knows? I don't know anything. I actually like not knowing anything, don't you? It's better that way. No, your line is, I don't know anything either. And then we both just don't know anything. It's just the I think, I think that's what people can't be with animals. They always have to interact. They always have to interject. It's the unbearable lightness of being, just being. And with this many dogs, I mean, you learn how to just be. Am I wrong, Summer? Remember when Sue used to come over and we would say, please? And what she would totally just tear into the zen like a goddamn T-Rex. Am I wrong? And that's what that is. There is an ebb and a flow and a zen to their life. Yeah, exactly. It's the unbearable lightness of being. They can't just be. And then these ones that have to just exhaust you, they have to just come into your life. You know the type, Summer. Constant. Coming at you, bombarding you, backing you into corners, causing you to launch into vicious attacks. I mean, they're exhausting. Not even that, the ones that are just exhausting. That have 9 bags of stuff. I mean, we can't keep track of our own stuff. We're missing 2 remotes. They were so careless that we just, when we found the adapter, the American adapter for the Bart Balone collar, in the driveway yesterday. It must have fallen out of the van. I told Summer, we're not responsible. We're going to look for these other 2 remotes today. I'm already going to have to give Lisa a new collar. And we're just going to write them off, but we're not going to be able to lose anymore. You know? Am I wrong? Because then that'll just be too disgusting and just too ridiculous. You know, and then who even am I? You know, am I going to just be like these other people and just, I mean, you're going to tell me, you know, that these people are some cutting freaking edge training and you're using Greg's round remote. That thing came out at least 7 or 8 years ago. You know, if you're such shoe bottoms. Oh yeah, they all. They go. Yeah, no, they all. It's all a gang. I don't know, whatever it is, the skunk ape. That could have been the skunk ape in the bushes. I was looking with my light, but then I don't want to look too close, like in the dark into the bushes, and then exactly. Well, if it started coming, you know, if it was a big coon or something that decided to attack with rabies, am I wrong? But that's what Summer got from hanging around Crystal. I'm going to tell her that right now. And she's the shnikes, and that's got to go. She does. Summer doesn't realize it. Where else would she have gotten it? Anyway, that's what's going on. And I know none of you at home care. And you say, who cares about your petty problems and your compassion fatigue? I think you guys at home get it too. I don't feel like it's a unique situation. I just kind of have to be able to understand things. I'm completely at peace with it. You know, I've got other things to worry about. I got a boxer that rolls paper towel rolls across the floor as fast as we can, you know. That might be like a good dog toy. They seem to like paper towel rolls, don't they? Oh, we need to do a thing about chewing up the bed because I guess Nilla chewed up her bed. You know, and any dog trainer's response to that needs to be, oh, they all do that. Am I wrong? If you came to work and I said one of them chewed up their bed, I wouldn't even expect you to have any reaction. Change your expression at all. I'd expect you to walk right towards the plastic bags and start saying, where is it? I already cleaned it up, but it's just
Just get another one.
This is my advice if you're going to get a dog. Learn how to make noises like this. You can't. I mean, if you said she's ever been punished for anything, she hasn't. I'm trying to figure out a way to do it. I just don't know what it is. She runs roughshod over me all day long. Anyway, we're going to go set up like our set. We're going to put some cool jumps. I'm going to work that little pit bull. I'm going to try to get it running around a cone. Because this is what I see on on Facebook. They seem to like him to run around this cone. So I'm going to see if I can get a little pit bull doing it.